Under the dim glow of a pale street lamp on a rain-soaked road, Elena stood frozen. In her hand was a worn, crumpled letter that was shattering her world. "I left everything for you," her mother's words screamed from the paper, the ink blurred with tears. Whether they were Elena's or her mother's, she couldn't tell. But the real shock came in the next line. "And now, I wish I hadn't." At 28, Elena had built a bright and successful life, but this confession unearthed a truth long buried. Their relationship wasn't stitched only with love. It was bound by the razor-sharp fragments of unspoken sacrifices. When thunder rumbled, Elena realized the storm wasn't outside. It was inside them both, and it was drowning them. This was the hook that pulled Elena into the depths. But the story had begun decades earlier, in a small village of Seville where sunlight spilled over olive fields like gold. Maria Ruiz was 22, a painter whose canvases danced with flamenco, whose colors breathed the spirit of Andalusia. Galleries in Madrid whispered her name. A scholarship in Paris awaited her like a devoted lover. But fate played its hand. Her boyfriend, Javier, died in a motorcycle accident. Maria was pregnant and completely alone. Her parents, traditional Catholics, urged her to either marry someone or give up the baby. Maria refused both. "This child is my future now," she said, packed her brushes, paints, and canvases in an old trunk, and moved to Barcelona. There she began working at a small stitching factory. Days and nights sewing until her dreams unraveled like loose thread. Elena was born in a cramped hospital room. Her cries echoed the silent sobs in Maria's heart. From the day Elena was born, Maria poured every breath into her. Double shifts, needle-pierced fingers, a permanently bent back. "You will have everything I couldn't," she whispered while rocking her baby. Fewer toys, more books, borrowed from the library, read under a dim bulb. Maria stayed hungry so Elena could have fresh fruit. She stitched old clothes into neat school uniforms. As Elena grew, she absorbed her mother's determination. At 5, she drew stick figure families. Maria's eyes filled with tears. "You are my masterpiece," she said, pinning the drawings on the fridge. But behind her smile, her heart quietly bled. At night, after Elena slept, she slipped up to the attic, opened the trunk, and touched her old sketches. The colors had faded, like her courage. In primary school, Elena excelled. Teachers praised, "This girl will go far." Maria nodded proudly, but a sting pricked her heart, those places she herself never reached. At parent-teacher meetings, she wore her plain clothes, ashamed when she saw other mothers' manicured nails. "Sacrifice makes us strong," she told herself, though the words tasted like ash. Teenage years brought storms. 13-year-old Elena started rebelling. "Why do Sophia's family go on vacations, but we never do?" Door slammed. Maria, always calm but exhausted, replied softly, "Because I work to give you a better life." Elena didn't see the art classes her mother had abandoned, or the lovers she turned away because "my daughter comes first." She only saw a tired mother who always said no. One evening, after an argument over a new phone, Maria collapsed at the kitchen table. "Do you know what I gave up for you?" Her voice cracked. Elena froze. For the first time, the curtain tore. "What?" she whispered. Maria hesitated, then pulled out an old photograph of a young woman in a Parisian beret, smiling beside a model of the Eiffel Tower. "I was going to study there, to paint the world." Elena looked at the picture, and for the first time saw her mother as a woman, not an unbreakable pillar. Guilt took root in her chest. After that day, Elena worked even harder. Straight A's, a scholarship, Madrid University. She studied law, not out of passion, but for stability. At her graduation, Maria smiled and hugged her, but her eyes drifted toward a distant horizon. At 25, Elena got a job at a major firm in London. The city pulsed with life. Every month, she sent money home, urging Maria to retire early. Maria refused. She took a cleaning job at a local gallery. "Idle hands create regret," she joked, though she sensed the truth beneath. Distance widened the cracks. Their phone calls grew tense. Elena spoke of successes. Maria replied with quiet bitterness. It must feel wonderful. I always wondered what London would be like. Elena trembled. Was her success a tribute or theft? Then Alex came, a kind architect. Their relationship flourished, but Elena feared marriage. What if we have children? What if I have to give everything up? Alex reassured her, but Maria's shadow had already rooted itself inside her. In Barcelona, Maria's health declined. Arthritis bent her fingers. She visited doctors alone, hiding it from Elena. Don't worry, mi hija. Live your life. But loneliness forced her to think. She began writing a diary, pages filled with confessions. I love her more than breath, but sometimes I mourn the woman I could have been. Is that selfish? On Elena's 28th birthday, everything broke. Elena arrived unexpectedly, carrying gifts. During dinner, she mentioned possibly moving to New York. Maria's fork slipped from her hand. Another city? When will it be enough? Her voice trembled. Enough? Mom, this is all for us, for the life you wanted. The life I wanted, or the life you want to pay for my choices. The argument erupted. Elena accused her of martyrdom. Maria reminded her of sleepless nights, abandoned lovers, sacrificed dreams. I gave you my soul, Maria cried. Elena ran out into the rain, clutching the letter Maria had never mailed, found in the attic trunk. Every abandoned dream was written in it. The final line, and now I wish I hadn't because your guilt is poisoning us both. Elena wandered the streets. Rain and tears merged. She hid in a cafe. Memories flooded. Maria's lullabies, applause at school plays, pride on report cards. But now they felt like chains. Hours later, she returned. Maria sat on the balcony, watching the city lights. Forgive me, Elena whispered. Maria turned, exhaustion carved into her face. No, you forgive me. I never wanted you to carry this weight. They talked all night. Maria spoke of Javier, his laughter, his dreams. He would have been proud of you. Elena opened up about her pressure. I try to be perfect because I feel I'm indebted to you. You owe me nothing, Maria said, pulling her close. You're responsible only for your happiness. By morning, a fragile peace settled. Elena extended her stay. She cleaned the attic, dusted off old paints. Maria's stiff fingers guided Elena's hand through simple brushstrokes. Laughter returned, hesitant at first, then genuine. But wounds do not heal overnight. Back in London, Elena began therapy. Parental sacrifice is a double-edged sword. It lifts us, but it burdens us too. Maria joined an art class for seniors. Her first piece, a portrait of Elena, not as a child, but as a free woman. She mailed it with a note. Fly, my love, freely. Time passed. Elena married Alex. They had a daughter, Sofia. Elena balanced career and family carefully. Visits to Barcelona were no longer obligations, they were joy. Maria's late-blooming artworks began hanging in galleries. Critics said, this depth comes from a life marked by sorrow. Still, sometimes Elena wandered in dreams, searching for a mother who wasn't there. And Maria, in lonely moments, touched her old scars, whispering gratitude and regret in equal measure. In the end, their story wasn't a tragedy. It was a testament. Sacrifice shapes us. Love frees us. One night, as Elena sang Sofia to sleep, she whispered, I will give you the world, but I will never give up my own.